Hi everyone, it's Aya. I'm talking to you today about Taurus July 2020 reading. So I've drawn these 4 cards here. We have the Two of Swords, we have the Seven of Cups reversed, we have the Six of Pentacles reversed, and we also have the Hermit reversed. Now remember in my tarot, maybe not remember, maybe you're hearing this for the first time, I interpret inverted or reversed cards as more of an internal situation, less about other people, more internally focused. So this is more of an internally focused month for you. In the first week here, I see you struggling with a decision that you've been trying to make for a long time. It's emotional on one side, maybe mental on the other, and you feel like you're really in the middle of things. The thing that I think about the most with this card is how it seems that these swords want to be used. They want to be used to cut something away, divide something. Maybe you need to divide your time, divide your energy, and you're deciding how to do that. Maybe you're coming up with a new schedule or a new routine. I just heard fitness, so maybe there's some new fitness activities you're up to. But maybe there's a sacrifice. There may be something that's difficult here. Generally what this card also represents here, the Two of Swords, is a long overdue decision. So you know what you need to do, you know which path to take, you need to now do it. You need to pick up that sword for yourself and make some cuts, or either cutting a piece of fabric, cutting a cake. I see those types of images there as well. An overdue decision needs to be made, and it seems more externally focused. So a decision in relation to other people. And with the swords, that would be something related to maybe what someone else has said or what someone else has thoughts that they've shared with you. You're now deciding on what to maybe do with that as well. You're going to make some long overdue changes. I trust that Taurus knows what to do here, and you know what I'm talking about with this situation. But please believe in yourself that you do have the courage and you do have the strength to make that decision, and it ultimately will be the right one. The next card that we have here is the Seven of Cups reversed. Upright, this card represents an overwhelming amount of choices, illusion, a lot of temptation. But in the reverse, I see that as the illusion is coming away. Any sort of clouded thinking or anything that was obscuring your emotions, it seems to be fading away. It's just kind of going out with the tide here. Also, too, what this card can indicate is a need for sobriety. So if you've been overindulging, let's say particularly in alcohol, you may want to take a look at some of your habits, some of your routines, and think about what that's doing for you or not doing for you. This card really points to a need for, like I said, sobriety, a need to be clear-headed, a need to clear the fog. And it could be through clearing that, making that decision, whatever that is, in the first week here. You will then be able to clear that fog, or focus more on your sobriety, or perhaps making your sobriety your focus is something that's going on here, and you're really starting to see all those things come together. And so the next card here is the Six of Pentacles inverted. And what I'm seeing here is, again, thinking internally. This is more thinking about fond memories of the past. I actually see you going through boxes of photographs, scrapbooks, memories, recipes, grandparents' recipes, something that's standing out to me. You're thinking about the good times of the past, but it's in a positive light. You're not thinking about it in a way that is, yearning for what was. It's really looking at things and appreciating where you've come from, and the stability that's been provided to you, likely by family. I see just gratefulness there, gratefulness for what was, and thinking about how you will turn that gratefulness into your current family or your future family. So I see a lot of that there. I see a lot of generational lines, tradition, a lot of that's being hit on. The way parents did things compared to the way you do things. And not in any sort of confrontational way or adversarial kind of way, but just considering all the things. I see you taking it in and thinking about, again, ways of family and ways of tradition that have been shown to you. And you're thinking about what's the best one, or what's the best one for me and my family. Maybe you're thinking about new traditions, or perhaps you're starting new traditions with your family, thinking about how to start and establish and maintain new traditions. That's something that I see happening there. And finally, we have the Hermit card in reverse. And again, the Hermit card already is a very internal card. This is Virgo's card. So some Virgo energy happening here. So that would relate to things like routine, health, your daily activities, your daily thoughts, journaling, agendas, time management. All of those things are Virgo qualities and Virgo elements. So I see you really, it's internal in a new way. I want to say you've found or reached a new internal level that you didn't know was there, or something perhaps about reflecting on, again, maybe you've gone through that box of old photographs and maybe you're seeing something in a new way, or maybe you're thinking about your memories in comparison to maybe what a photograph shows, and really, again, trying to make it line up. You're trying to find cohesion. You're trying to make things come together. I see you just on the point of cohesion. I actually see some home repair. I see like holes in the wall being spackled and sanded and painted. I see that happening there. That's maybe a metaphor for what this whole situation is. Looking for those little imperfections. That's, again, a very Virgo type of quality. Noticing those small imperfections, but taking the time to carefully correct them. Taking the time to lovingly correct them, in fact. But again, this is more about you, your internal state. It's really a personal type of energy here, and not so much focused on anyone else. But again, a new depth of self, a new realization of self. And that realization will bring you peace and tranquility. It's not a realization to, stir everything up, or, it's not a sudden shock. It's more of a kind of an moment of, okay, of course, that's how it is. And again, I see that happening through thinking about traditions of the past, or thinking about how things were, and not in an emotionally charged way, but in a place of calm reflection. The Hermit is always very calm, right, and typically silent, if not mute. So it may be that you need to be in a place of silence and solitude to reach that new level of inner self that really brings you that tranquility that you're looking for. I get the sense that this is a space in nature. This is a natural space. There's lots of flowers and lots of trees around you. Perhaps there's a space nearby that you can go to, or perhaps this is something you have at your home. But I do see, just again, a new depth. And again, don't be afraid of the depths. You may be a bit unsure about what you're going to find, but it will only bring you closure. It'll only bring you peace. It may be, I likely will be difficult and uncomfortable at first, but again, sit with those feelings and truly turn inward. This also might be like a new form of meditation, or maybe you're combining, I just see like a meditation and something else, maybe meditating in nature, or meditating with incense or something. There's a combination coming together here that I see. And I think, again, it's just very important for me to say to Taurus, give yourself time to yourself, especially in the last week of July. I feel like you've been through a lot in July. You've just been very busy and very active, and you really need to rest in that last week of July. And it looks more like internal rest to me. So try not to be so hard on yourself. Take that time to be alone and sit with your feelings and your thoughts. And again, know that whatever you find, it's part of you and it's important. And the more that you learn about yourself, the more you can then share that with the world and help guide others. And particularly what I feel is help guide your family. It may be through some kind of internal meditation, introspection that you're tracing threads back through tradition or generations. Again, this is the photos or memories, and you're finding something there. You're finding all these connections that are coming together. Okay, and with that wraps up my reading for Taurus, July 2020. Thank you.